In 2025, I read some really good books. But in 2026, I'm being more intentional about what I give my time to. This time, I'm doing something a little different. My name is Raquel. I talk about all things Black books. Welcome and welcome back. So, in 2026, I'm going to be focusing on impact and the books that earn the page count and leave a little something behind. One thing I've noticed about the books that I read in 2025 is that they, some of them, didn't have a lot of depth to them. And I guess what can you expect for 125 pages, right? So this time, I have chosen four books. I'm creating a TBR, more or less, anyways. But I've chosen four books that I'm going to be reading in January of 2026. These four books have stipulations. So the stipulations are I have 30 days to read these four books. And don't get me wrong, I'm not only going to be reading those four books, but it's just that these four particular books has to be read within 30 days. They have to be 400 pages or more. I cannot DNF these books, and no audio. I must read them. Now, I chose these stipulations because, like I said, I am being intentional about the books that I read. So, here are the four books. The first one is Make Me Feel It, Beatsville by Aubrey Penn. It is 554 pages. The star rating is a 4.7. Now, the only book I've ever read by Aubrey Penn is Maybe for the Summer. You guys know I read about that book like from the time I read it all the way up until recently, so I loved it. Um, this one I chose because of that, because of the star rating, because it's standalone, and it is about a couple who is in the music industry. They've been together for 6 years, and they've had ups and downs, but pretty much smooth sailing because they've been able to get over those humps. And so now they are going to go through some real turbulence in their marriage. And so that's what this one is about. And my next one is Problematic by Lady Nisha, which is 651 pages. The star rating is 4.8. So I definitely look at the star point rating. I also look at how many people did a review. So if five people did a review and the rating is 4.8, then it kind of doesn't count. It has to be, I mean, at least over 100, 150 people in order for it to really make sense for me. And of course, Lady Nisha is one of my favorite. Remember, I talked about Finally Famous. What else? Just whatever other books I talked about from Lady Nisha. If you have read Lady Nisha, then you know she is hilarious and she can write her butt off. So there was no way I was going to pass up this book. So Problematic is about a girl and her mother. She experiences some sort of tragedy with her mother that changes the trajectory of her life. And then there is a guy who is raising his siblings. And, you know, I'm sure at some point they're going to get together because that's how the books turn out. Right. And next we have I See You by Anne Watkins. It is 428 pages. The star rating is 4.7. Now, I have never read anything by Anne Watkins. I do not know who she is. Nothing. I just read the synopsis and decided, oh, this kind of fits the criteria. So this one is about a guy who is like the scariest dude on the streets, and he doesn't have to use a gun to kill anybody, which is kind of funny because I was thinking in my head, um, where are the books where people are not walking around holding guns? Like, where is the urban fiction where there are no guns involved? Like, do people fight anymore? Like, do they, do anything other than shoot each other? And then this says that he doesn't have to use a gun. So, kind of maybe he does, but maybe there'll be a time where he doesn't. So, I thought, okay, that sounds pretty cool. So, he is, I don't know, I guess, has some trauma. And the young lady, I believe she breaks up. She feels like she's healed and she's whole and becomes a therapist, breaks up with her boyfriend, realizes, oh, well, maybe I'm not healed. And then this guy becomes her client, which probably will become her boyfriend because that's how the books go. And then number four, which is called The Last Man on Earth. It is by Shay Sanders. It comes out, I'm sorry, it is 448 pages. The star rating is 4.8. And I am really looking forward to this one. This one is about some people who get stranded on an island, and these two people who do not like each other have to survive together and then wind up falling in love. Now, that really piqued my interest not long ago. I was thinking about doing some kind of content about being on a deserted island. So this really hit the mark. I'm very excited for this book. The one book that I think I might be a little hesitant about is I See You by Anne Watkins. Um, and I think it's because I don't know this author, so I can't say for sure that I'm going to enjoy the book. Um, I don't know. I just don't know about ICU. So this one, Last Man on Earth, just really, really sounds good. I think I read one book by Shay Sanders once, years ago. So I don't really remember the book. And then, of course, we know Lady Nisha's got it taken care of. And I have faith in Aubrey Penn. This one is the one I'm a little worried about. I have a very hard time reading books that I do not want to read, which is why I DNF books so often. So I probably miss out on a lot of good books simply because I don't have the self control to hang in there. And so that is what this is about, getting more out of the time that I spend in the books. I am also going to be checking in with myself at 20%, 50%, 75%, and just to kind of see where I am. Do I like this book? Not, you know what? Let me take that back. Not do I like this book, but what have I gotten from this book so far? So I'm going to check in with myself, here and there, just to see what's really happening. I do realize that there are times when I will read 50 or 25 or whatever the percentage is, and I literally don't remember what happened until I start reading the book again. So instead of going, what the heck is this about again? I'm going to pretty much remind myself what it's about and what am I feeling? What am I thinking? How does this book, you know, is it emotionally pulling? Is it draining? Is it too much? Just whatever it is I'm feeling. And then at 100%, I have a list of questions to ask myself about the book so that I can really experience the book. That is the ultimate goal of doing this. It is to really experience the book, to see what I can get out of it. And one of my peers told me that I should slow down, um, probably because she reads maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 books a month. I don't know. I didn't ask her. But I don't disagree. I do need to slow down because what is the purpose of reading a book if you don't remember it? So I'm not doing it because she said it, but because I understand that my time is valuable and I'm not going to be reading books for the sake of reading them. So, like I said, these will not be the only 4 books I read, but these books cannot be DNF. They cannot be an audiobook. I only have 30 days to read them, and so it's sort of a TBR of sorts. But other than that, I'll still be doing my regular content. Just wanted to let you guys know that, share it with you because I need some accountability. That I'm going to be doing this, and if I don't say anything, I won't feel any pressure to because it's just me. Nobody knows but me, right? Anyways, if there is a book that you absolutely believes that I should put on one of my TBRs in the upcoming month, let me know. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and do all of the YouTube things like, comment, subscribe, and share. Till next time, see you soon.